Hello everybody, it's Salmontine again, back with another very smallly edited video. Um, I'm the guy that said that Malga was a Paladins champion just because of how he was designed, and then a lot of people got mad at me for saying that, and a lot of people agreed. But I felt like he was because all of his abilities just felt, I don't know, he felt like he had a plethora of ability. I say it in the video, you see it there. He's very similarly designed to other Paladins champions. People got mad at me and they said Overwatch is a much different game. I stand by the fact that I think that Paladins got the whole shooter genre, hero shooter genre, movement-based shooter correct. And here's the proof right here on this page. So we're gonna go through this really quick because when I read it, I audibly laughed out loud and screamed. Let's go through it, shall we? Just us. We'll skip over some things. They're actually just completely updating how rank works now. So I would like this in Paladins, personally. You see a bar saying how far your rank is along. You get a bonus if you're winning a lot. You get a penalty if you're losing a lot. So if you're fucking trash, you lose your rank fast. But if you are obviously smurfing, you go up faster. Good. If your rank is uncertain and the game has no idea, that's what it says here. And then if you were favored in the match, so like before the match starts, I think it's gonna tell you like if your team is obviously better than their team, or if their team is obviously better than your team. And if you were favored, if you were not favored for the match, like your team was worse but you still won, you get so much more experience. And the opposite is true for reversal. If you were favored but your team still like threw and fucking lost, then you lose a lot of rank. And then you have the opposite over here. A consultation. You weren't favored and you lost, and you were favored and you won. So if your team is really, really good and just stomps the other team, you're not going to get that much because obviously you're going to win. And then the same thing for here. If your team sucks ass compared to their team and you get stomped, you're not going to lose a shit ton just because you get a bad matchmaking. I like these changes for Overwatch. Good job, Overwatch. And then volatile is really funny. You lost calibration matches up. You lost calibration matches after ranking up. So if you went from gold to plat, and then you lost a rank, the game's gonna be like, are you really plat? I don't think you're plat. And then they do this, where it shows you your win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. But my favorite is your predicted rank. So you don't just play 10 matches and twiddle your thumbs, hoping, praying that the game thinks you're doing good. You actually see where it's gonna put you, like gold 1. And then they have this new thing called Challenge or Champions, the highest rank now. So I guess there's no longer a top 500. I mean, I guess there will still be a leaderboard. I'm not sure. Then they have these Jade weapons that you can unlock, and for some reason they have like credit transferred to these like legacy credits. I don't. This part is so confusing right here. I don't know. That's not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about is increased projectile size. I have had so many people tell me they didn't want to play Paladins because it feels too easy, just because the weapons feel inaccurate, or like the sniper rifle bullets feel very thick, and like everyone's bullets feel very easy to hit. Well, hey guys, they are increasing the diameter of everyone's bullets globally. Now, for things like Orissa's Javelin and Reinhardt's Fire Strike, which are already huge, they're not going to increase that because that's dumb. But for things like Tracer's Pistols and Reaper's Shotguns, they're going to get an increase. Cassidy's Peacekeeper, Soldier's Pulse Rifle, increase. Roadhog's Scrap Gun, Ramatra's Void is accelerated, increase. Zenyatta's Destruction Orb, a much bigger increase. Farah's Rocket Launcher, a much bigger increase. So, oh my god. It's now easier to hit your shots. We're all gonna die faster. Don't worry. Health pools are also increasing. So, I mean, obviously, Paladins is scaled up. They're on a base 10 scale, right? So, like, if somebody in Paladins has 2,000 health, you can kind of think of that as having 200 health in Overwatch. But still, everyone's health is big enough so that you really don't get one shot from a lot of things. Even in Paladins, if you were to get sniped by Strix, you're still at full health. If you're running, like, you know, your health cards or whatever. Unless you're like a flank and you just don't run health cards, in which case that's on you. If you don't run a health card build, for the very rare case that you go against a Strix or a Canessa that's gonna one-tap you. That's just your fault. But this increase was like this increase to health to make it so people like survive longer, and this making it easier to hit your shots is going to make the game feel a lot more like Paladins. Because in Paladins, I feel like I'm hitting my shots a lot more often, even if I'm not making as much of a difference as I would in Overwatch, right? Because in Overwatch, you can 2-tap people as Ashe, right? Bing, bing, they're dead, right? In Paladins, you can 3-tap people as Buck with a shotgun in close range, and it's still not going to kill them, but it feels way more satisfying because I hit my shots on Buck. Even if the shots probably wouldn't connect if they were in Overwatch, because people move faster, people strafe back and forth much faster. There's like stupid, like the bullets are tiny, so they could barely graze by and miss. But in Overwatch, right, with Ashe, like I've said this countless times, I swear to God, I will hit headshots. But just because, I don't know, server delay, or maybe they dodged, they happened to press the left key when they were going right, and their head whips to the side because of how their animation works. It's just, this is going to feel better. If you are an Overwatch player and you're concerned, oh, the game's gonna feel easier now, this will feel so much better. Trust me on this. It will feel like you're gonna have to hit more shots, but you will hit more shots. This is gonna feel so much better, trust me. And then this is gonna fucking make you laugh. This is the point of the whole video. This is what really made me want to make this fucking video. Hey guys, we're adding new role passives. Let's take a look at the new role passives. New passive for all heroes. Passively regenerate 20 health per second after not taking damage for 5 seconds. What does that look like, guys? What does that remind you of? I don't know. The out-of-combat healing that Paladins has. Damage role passive. Dealing damage reduces the target's healing by 20%. What does that sound like, guys? Let me think. Let me scratch my chin. They're putting the I can't even highlight this. They're putting the out of combat passive heal and cauterize onto the heroes. Cauterize is only gonna be for damage champions, but that makes sense, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if this cauterize effect just goes global. But this makes so much fucking sense. Cause this is correct. This is correct. This is the right way to do it. Paladins got it correct. They did it correctly. Following in Paladins' footsteps, while it does seem a little bit cheap and haha funny, we can laugh at them, it's correct. It's right. Because if I'm out of combat and I have no means of healing and I don't want to go to a health pack because it's too far, I can just kind of linger around and stay where I am. Because, like, what if the healers on my team really need to focus the tank because the tank is a feeding Freddy, but I'm at 70 HP, or I'm a sniper and my Baptiste and Kiriko are looking somewhere else, and they can't turn around to help me because if they do, they'll risk their own heads or somebody else will die. This passively not doing anything for 5 seconds and then healing for 20 health a second is going to feel incredible because it's correct. And then the anti-heal is gonna make supports not as effective during team fights, and it's going to encourage people to not just stay in the fight and hope their supports can just pocket them. It's gonna make Mauga, the issue we're having with Mauga, where he can just stand there menacingly, unfazed, and take the bullets because he can heal himself with his cardiac overdrive, and then his Ana can heal him, and his other supports can heal him, and he can, and whatever. That's gonna feel so much better. Now he's going to have to leave to get his healing if he's getting too low. And then I didn't even read after that. I don't even know what the rest of the patch notes are. Why don't we take a journey, just you and I? Oh, that looks like the end. Okay. Update support rule. Will now begin regenerating health after 2.5. So I'm guessing that's just balancing around this. Tank roll passive, reduced knockback received, less ultimate charge generated by healing and damage, increased health. Okay, that didn't change at all. I see these are the ones that changed. Okay. And we're seeing this on February 13th. I think that it sounds like a really lovely streaming day. If I'm back at my computer on Tuesday, because I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl with my family, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be back here by Tuesday because of weather. But if I am, I'm going to be playing my placements on stream because, hey, Overwatch is back, baby. And I've got an Overwatch video cooking up for y'all. So if you guys watch this whole thing, here's a little bit of a spoiler for you. I'm making a Widowmaker video currently. I've got it all cut up for you. All I need to do is make the funny edits. And, hey. Overwatch is Paladins now. And I'm not complaining. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day, y'all.